I was sitting here talking the whole time, and I wasn't even recording the video. Alright, y'all. Here we go. Walking Dead Season 3 finale. Who did we lose in this episode? We lost a bunch of Woodburians, and we lost Andrea, and we lost Milton. We lost the governor, but not by a death. We lost him because he drove somewhere, and we don't know where the hell he went. So, yeah. But as far as lives lost, we lost a lot of Woodbury folks and Andrea and Milton. So, of course, the episode, as you know, started off with, what's his face? The governor beating up Milton. He was beating up Milton. And I really didn't think he would turn on Milton like that. I really thought he would keep Milton around. But once he gave him the ultimatum of either killing Andrea or turning into a zombie, I just thought, I don't know, I didn't think he would go that far. I thought Milton was more important to him than that. But, I guess he was just blinded by rage, and he felt like he was betrayed and whatever. Like, somebody owes him something. That's so funny. It's like, who do you think you are that somebody owes you, that just let you sit by and just do all this crazy stuff to people and nobody's supposed to do anything? I mean, that's a crazy person, of course. And he was definitely part of Crazy Town. So yeah. So he pit those two against each other, and I really thought Andrea was gonna make it out. I didn't think she was gonna die. And I knew Milton was gonna die. Once he was stabbed, I was like, okay, he's gone. But I thought Andrea would make it out, and she didn't. So I know a lot of people are gonna be happy because a lot of people didn't like Andrea, but I did. So I'm just like disappointed that, another person from the original crew is just gone again. Like, I don't want this to be a show where like it's a whole new crew. I mean, I don't know. It's like Merle's gone, and Andrea's gone, and Dale's gone, and Sophia, and Jim, and just a bunch of people. So, yeah. So, what else happened? Michonne and Rick had a conversation, a decent conversation. I was wondering how that was going to go after she came back last week. I mean, she didn't come back last week, but, when she was walking back to the prison after Merle had let her go, if I was Rick, I would have been just a little bit worried, that she wasn't going to come back, ready to join the group again. Like, how many times does she have to prove herself to join this damn prison group? Like, are we done? Are we now even, Mr. Rick Grimes? Okay, can you stop, like, sending me out and turning me over to the governor and leaving me here and leaving me there? Like, are we cool? So I think they established that everything's cool. Rick kind of apologized in a way, and she was like, I understand you had to think about it, and he's like, my son, he said you were one of us, and you are. And so that was a nice little conversation, because I was wondering how that conversation was going to go after she got back. So I'm glad they did that and got that out the way. That was very important. So of course the governor takes his crew over to the prison, and he's going in there, guns blazing, running through the gate. He's got the dude and Martinez blowing up towers, and just they going crazy. They got the machine guns, and they're shooting up the zombies and shooting up prison walls, and then they're in the prison, and they're just, this governor is out of control. But I loved how nobody was there. It was just quiet. And then the smoke bombs came, and then all the little Woodbury people go running out because they don't know what the hell they dealing with. All they know is what this guy was telling them. And so they end up running out. Glen and Maggie are shooting at them from the fenced in, like, bridge type thing. And that was funny. because they go running out, hopping in the truck. I think one truck they had to leave because of the trap that Michonne had came up with, the idea that she came up with to blow their tires. I think they had to leave one of those trucks, so they all hop in another truck, and they're like going down the road, and the governor's like, pull over, and they pull over, and they're like, we ain't doing this, you know, we'll kill some zombies, but we're not killing people. Oh, which I'm gonna pause right there. Going back to Tyrese and Sasha, when Tyrese decided not to go, it was very important that he did that in front of everybody, because had he had done that in private, they would have killed him right then and there. So, because he did it in front of everybody and they were getting ready to go, he couldn't do anything at that moment. But you could tell in his one eye how that eye he gave them that he was coming back to kill them. So so fast forward again. So now he's on the side of the road, and in the crew, the Woodbury people are like, we can't do this. And this dude just shoots everybody. And at first I thought that was like kind of lame. I was like, okay, great. We just killed the whole Woodbury team. So now Rick doesn't have to worry about a war. Now it's just the governor, just 2 henchmen, and Rick's people. So, but then I thought, you know what? I could see him doing that because he's like, oh, you're not going to help me? Fine, just die. It's like, I have no use for you. And just like he did Milton, because if he killed Milton, hey, and Andrea, you know, I guess the Woodbury people don't mean nothing to him, so he shot them all. And of course, after they take out, the governor's neither seen nor heard from again. Like, where did he go? So I was thinking about that. So I'm thinking maybe he has a bunker somewhere, because he is a nut. So he probably has a backup plan. Like, Woodbury probably wasn't the only place. He probably has some sort of underground thing that he can retreat to and go to, you know, if something went wrong. And it probably can only accommodate 5 people. And right now it's 3 of them if you don't kill those 2. So I don't see him being out there by himself. He's just going to be, you know, a scavenger if he doesn't go back to Woodbury. But all the people are gone. He could still have Woodbury. He just wouldn't have all the people there. It'll just be like him, Martinez, and the other dude. So I thought it was smart, Rick, not to stay at Woodbury, because I know a lot of people are like, well, why doesn't he just stay at Woodbury? You know, the governor's not there. It's like, no, we're going to go back to where we're from, which is the prison. He can keep Woodbury and then just take everybody out. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my hair. So, let's see what else. Oh, yeah. So, we got to Woodbury. I mean, Woodbury came to the prison, and then they got scared away, and the governor killed everybody except for the one chick, and that's when Rick and the prison team rolled up and saw her, and they ended up going back to Woodbury and seeing Tyrese, and that's when, you know, they find out that the governor is indeed crazy. And they take all the little old people back to the prison. I'm trying to think what else important happened. Oh yeah, the whole situation with Carl and that kid. I was totally in complete agreement with Carl for shooting that kid, because he did not put that gun down fast enough. I'm sorry. If somebody's pointing a gun at me and I'm not going to use mine, then I'm going to put mine down real quick. So that led me to believe that this kid was going to try to be a hero and like shoot Carl and Herschel. And so I think he did the right thing. I was a little pissed off how Herschel reacted and how he went to go tell Rick, like, a tattletale, like, he killed this kid. Like, Herschel, did the kid put the gun down? No, he did not. Told him to put the gun down. He was sitting there moving it like sideways, and Carl did the right thing. So now everybody's like, Carl's acting like Shane. You need a little Shane now and again, you know what I'm saying? I miss Shane. Shane was, you know, Shane made those split-second decisions. It was do or die. So that's what I liked about Shane. Shane didn't think about nothing. It was like, we doing it, bye. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Carl and Rick. He seems to be a little pissed off at Rick. He wasn't happy when Rick brought all the people back. He wasn't happy that Rick questioned him about killing that kid. I wasn't happy about it either, Carl, because I felt like, okay, Rick, what would you rather have, this kid alive and Carl dead, or the other way around, which is the way it went. So, you know, count your blessings and keep it moving. So that was that. I'm trying to think what else happened. Oh yeah, Andrea and Milton. Gotta go back to them. Checking my time. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. So Andrea and Milton, that was so sad. Because I just knew Andrea was gonna get out. I just knew she was gonna get out just in time. But when they didn't show it and she kind of screamed, and then you kind of heard her take Milton down, but it was like he got to her before she could finally take him down. So that was kind of like telltale when they didn't show it, and then you heard it. I said, oh, that didn't go well. And so then that's when, after that, that's when Rick discovers that Andrea had never made it to the prison, because Tyrese tells her that Andrea jumped the fence and that she went to the prison, and Rick's like, she never made it, so she's probably still here, where he kept Glen and Maggie. And that's when they find her with Michonne. Michonne, she just broke my heart, because that's so much emotion that we had not seen from her. So that was even more sad to me than Andrea dying. Was like watching Michonne's reaction to Andrea dying, or knowing that she's gonna die. That was just so sad. So that was very compelling, great scene. You know, teary-eyed, because I felt so bad for Michonne, and I like how Andrea kind of passed the torch to Michonne. She's kind of like, oh, you found you know, this is your family now, this is your crew, so, you know. So that was kind of sweet. Oh, they did show Daryl, but I mean, you know, I guess we want this period of grieving from Daryl, but I don't know, you know, they had to go immediately into combat mode, so it wasn't any time for that. But he did mention that, you know, he kind of figured out what Merle had did, and he said that Merle had never did anything like that for anybody, so that was kind of sweet. So I guess everything kind of got wrapped up, except for where is the governor and where is he going. So like I said, I think he's going to a bunker somewhere that he has to like stash of some place underground, some metal, I don't know, bunker, I don't know. That's where I think he is. And is he going to come back in season 4? I would think so. Like, is he just going to leave? I don't know. But, you know, he had to get the people out of Woodbury, because he's going to kill them, of course. And so, that was it. Alan, oh my God. Alan, I don't understand, like, why people can't pull the trigger. See, that's why you need a Shane, and now you need a Carl, because those two are going to pull the trigger and ask questions later. Here's Alan looking at the governor after he just shot everybody. Now you just walk in with the gun, like, shoot him, dude, shoot him. And why did Martinez and the other dude go with him? Because he has somewhere to go. And I think that's what it is. But really, I'd be plotting on killing the governor, and Martinez and the other dude need to get away from him, because he's no good. So anyway, that's it. I thought it was a decent episode. I thought everything was kind of a little too convenient. Other than that, you know, I love the show. So I can't wait for season 4. It's going to be in October, right around Halloween, which is this time of year. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about it? I thought it was decent. It wasn't as spectacular as I thought it was going to be, but it was decent. So let me know what you guys thought about it. Okay? Bye.